Former President Donald Trump was given a taste of his own medicine by being forced to listen to mean tweets about himself. So this happened in his New York criminal trial. This is the hush money trial where they are currently trying to seat enough jurors. As prosecutors and defense lawyers fought over the makeup of this jury, some of the prospective jurors' past social media posts about Trump were debated for evidence of possible bias. As a result, for more than an hour, Trump was forced to listen to jokes and mean posts about him, his appearance, his likability, his intelligence, and whether prosecutors should lock him up. So some of the examples that were read in court are as follows. I don't think this is what they meant by Orange is the New Black, read one post shared by a jury candidate's husband around 2016, and which featured a photo of Trump and Obama. Trump invites the Thai boys to the White House, and the boys request a return to their cave, read a joke shared by another prospective juror, referring to the soccer team that was rescued in Thailand back in 2018. So, an AI version of Trump said in another video shared by a prospective juror about 2 weeks ago, said, "I'm dumb as F." Fun times. Which Donald Trump would never say, because he's
person, woman, man, camera, TV.
He's very, very smart, and that's why he can read off that. That's why he aced that cognitive test.
I'm cognitively there.
All right. So, obviously, totally unbelievable, but funny. That juror happened to be dismissed, but the other two actually did make it, much to Trump's annoyance, even though he can't really say anything about it, which is funny. But look, I think that, hey, as long as you're able to be fair and impartial and look at the evidence and decide based on that evidence, you don't actually have to like him. And let's be honest, I've laughed at some of the Biden jokes because they're funny. Sometimes jokes are just funny, even for politicians that I like or don't like. And by the way, I may not be the biggest fan of Joe Biden, definitely not a fan of Donald Trump, but I've also laughed at Bernie Sanders jokes. And I'm definitely a fan of Bernie Sanders. So it just has to be funny. And there's nothing wrong with poking fun at politicians. Some of them definitely need to be made fun of, I think. Even if you like them, it's okay to have a sense of humor. But that said, Trump, notoriously thin-skinned, and he was not happy about it. Trump hates to be laughed at. He hates to be a laughingstock. And he especially hates it when he can't actually respond to it. In the courtroom, Lawfare's Tyler McBrien had observed that during this time, Trump doesn't look amused. He even ended up muttering something while one woman was being questioned about her mean social media posts, leading to a scolding from Judge Juan Merchan, which is always fun. Judge Merchan told Trump's lawyers in a stern warning, quote, "Your client was audibly uttering something. I won't tolerate that. I will not have any jurors intimidated in this courtroom. I want to make that crystal clear." Damn, Merchan, laying down the law. Gotta love it. That prospective jury member triggered Trump because of a video that she had posted on Facebook the day he lost the 2020 election. So what is it? Was it an insult on his intelligence or anything like that? No. It's just her celebrating his loss. That's it. In the video, the woman had gone to move her car and found people celebrating in the streets of New York City. She had written in her post that she almost felt compelled to honk her horn in order to spread cheer at what she felt like was a dance party. So that's the day Trump lost the election, and it was like a dance party. She told the court that it felt like she was capturing a historic, celebratory moment in New York City. That is what triggered Trump so much that he got, lectured by the judge. That right there, and that's really kind of an insight, I think, into Trump's mental processes. Sure, you can poke fun at him, whatever, and he doesn't like that. Most people don't. Okay, some people don't care, but most people don't. But what really gets him is when people celebrate when he loses. And that gets to his pathology of never wanting to be known as a loser. He has this, just aversion to being known as a loser. And anything that shows people celebrating a loss of his, ooh, that's going to cut deep. That is going to cut deep. So this woman ended up being ultimately added to the jury after convincing the judge that she could remain impartial, which I think is really important because, again, this is a criminal trial. You need to look at the evidence. Whether your personal feelings add into it, your personal feelings shouldn't matter here. The only thing that matters is the evidence. The only thing that matters is the truth. And, is he guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? And that's what the prosecution has to prove, and that's what the jury has to agree with, that he is guilty and beyond a reasonable doubt. And if he's not, then you got to let him go. So that said, Trump, I doubt he believes that she is impartial, but he's not allowed to say anything about it lest he get himself into more trouble. Intimidation is very, very serious, intimidating the jury. So that means he's got to sit there and listen to all the mean posts about him. And if it were anyone else, maybe I'd feel kind of bad, but it is Trump. And so, I don't know, it feels a bit more like he's actually having to face some karma, because after all, he's somebody who is more than happy to tweet mean things and post mean things about other people. I guess let's see what it's like to have the shoe on the other foot. Win or lose this case, I think he's not going to be able to forget just how much some people out there just don't like him.